Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has expressed support for US military action targeting Iran's nuclear facilities while simultaneously urging restraint and renewed focus on diplomacy. Speaking to media today, Albanese said the federal government supports efforts to prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons following the US airstrikes on three Iranian nuclear sites. The world has long agreed that Iran cannot be allowed to obtain a nuclear weapon, and we support action to prevent that. That is what this is. The Prime Minister said the US action was directed at specific sites central to Iran's nuclear program. We do not want escalation or a full-scale war. Albanese reiterated Australia's long-standing position encouraging Iran to return to diplomatic negotiations and comply with its international obligations. Iran has repeatedly failed to meet its commitments and has refused to engage in dialogue. He said, "We urge Iran not to take any further action that could destabilize the region," and asked whether he had spoken with US President Donald Trump since the strikes. Albanese said he had not. Foreign Minister Penny Wong also addressed the situation, confirming that the Australian government has continuing efforts to assess Australia currently stranded on both Iran and Israel. She said Australian personnel have been deployed at the Azerbaijani border to support those able to reach safety. Wong, speaking on Today, affirmed the government's support for the US strikes. The sites targeted were directly linked to Iran's nuclear weapons program. We support action to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon, she said, referencing reports from the UN's nuclear watchdog. Wong noted that Iran is enriching uranium to levels near weapons grade, potentially enough for multiple nuclear warheads. Despite the support, both Wong and Albanese emphasized the needs for diplomacy and de-escalation. Australia doesn't want to see full-scale war or continue escalation in the Middle East. Wong said the US hasn't requested any involvement from Australia, and I would not speculate on that. What is most important now is reducing tensions and pursuing diplomatic solutions. A spokesperson for the Australian government had previously released a cautious statement acknowledging the threat posed by Iran's nuclear ambitions while calling for restraint across all parties. Follow us for more interesting news updates. Thanks for watching me.